gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna give y'all what y'all deserve, right? I'm not about to play the games. And you know how technology can be and how the devil could be. So we're gonna do this one more again.
Tap, tap, tap in. 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 Tap, tap, tap in.
Welcome to the Tap In Tuesday episode on Tap In Tuesday today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are late. We are late. You know, I normally go live at 8 o'clock. Yes. But there's been a lot going on socially and in my personal world, right? And when you got to look after family and you got to take care of, those that's closest to you, and you got to love on some folks, you got to share some love and give some grace and all those great things, then you end up really, really finding out what you can do, what you're capable of, right? And I'm very aware that tonight, my people, because I had a couple of close friends text me and some people who actually watched my show on Tuesday, like, no, Tap In Tuesday. And then one of my sister friends was like, you ain't tapping in tonight. I'm like, oh, I'm on my way from my mama's house. I was hurting getting home. I had to get the TT from the D look going on. And then I was just like, yeah, let me try to get this rolling. If you guys follow me, I have a top of the morning show Monday through Friday on Spotify, Anchor.fm, you know that. I also have the show streaming on iHeartRadio, yay, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. So I'm super excited about that. And so YouTube, you guys can catch me over here when I do the live stream, but we're talking more of the actual top of the morning show version. And so that's 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. It'd be the Lord's will. Sometimes it'd be some technical issues. Sometimes it's just life happens, right? Right? Life happens. And although life was happening today, right? Today, life was happening. I was just like, I owe my people, right? It's been a minute. I had to cancel some Tap In Tuesdays to take care of my family, right? To love on my family. And it's been rough, but guess what? We're here. And for everything that makes you feel like, oh, I can't take it, yes, you can. I'm here to remind you, yes, you can. Yes, you will. God doesn't equip us with anything that we can't handle. And let me tell you, I cried many a days and many a nights. Hey, Ron, I'm late, but wishing you a good evening. Bro, you are not late. I'm late. You know, I normally go at 8 o'clock. And because life was happening, I jumped on at 9 o'clock. Then you know how technology can be. Hi to those of you that's over there on Instagram. You know how that can be. So no, you are on time, Ron. Thank you. I appreciate you for just pulling up and showing up. I don't care if you was here for 5 minutes. I just appreciate you thinking enough about TT from the D just to tap in. That's all that matters. You just stopping by, saying hello. That's what's up. Sunshine. Shout out to Sunshine. Much love to you, Queen. You doing big things. I can't wait to see you. Yeah, we got a lot going on. I might get kicked off of here, y'all. I can tell, like, ew, it's so ugly with the technology thing. But we still standing. As shout out to Tisha Lot, we're still standing, right? I love when she says that. No matter, and formerly of Brownstone, Tisha Lott, had the pleasure of having her on the show a couple of weeks back. Amazing sister. But yeah, it today I said, I woke up did the top of the morning show. Like I said, if you follow me on my top of the morning show, you can actually see us. Hey, Nikki Gio. Hey. Shout out to Nikki Gio. I'll have to have her coming back. And next time you come back, Nikki, I need you to bring a few of your young ladies from your organization. Drop the name of your organization in here, Nikki. Drop the website. I'll shout that out tonight, please. And thank you. I love you much, sister. Yeah, but I streamed this morning. We talked about the Montgomery, Alabama Riverboat Brawl. And I normally don't tap into that because right, I don't really be unpacking not openly. I'm not behind. Like when I'm talking to my family, my friends, my sister friends, yeah, I do that. Worthy Brown Girl Network. Shout out to Nikki Giovanni. She is the founder, the owner of Worthy Brown Girl Network, an amazing organization that is dedicated towards young, brown, Black young ladies like ourselves. There's no shade to anybody, but it's a beautiful thing. It's the mission behind her organization, in which Nikki stands on, I support. And like I said, I would love for her to come back. I've had her on the show several times, but I would love for her to come back and actually talk about her organization and share that. The website is www.worthybrownGirlNetwork.org. For those of you that want to check it out, see how you can get involved, how you can donate, how you can be connected. So back to the show this morning when I was streaming live. Like I said, the top of the morning show, and you can find it streaming on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, let me see what else. Amazon Music. That's another one. Amazon Music. Nora Potts. Shout out to Nora Potts. Queen, I can't wait to get you on my show. I'm gonna keep on jumping in your DMs. This queen is beautiful, amazing. I've been following her for a while. Love her. Found her doing a lot of amazing things with Country Wayne. Shout out to you with your entrepreneurship and all the things, the waist training, all that, queen, all that. She's over in Instagram world. Follow her over there, Nora Pitts. So yeah, so normally I don't unpack the things that we see around. I'm gonna drop what Nikki said. I'm pausing on the table what I'm saying, because what I'm saying can come back, but we're talking about Worthy Brown Girl Network. I'm shouting this out. Safe space for survivors of childhood trauma. I think a lot of us could pull up there. Whether you are honest, whether you are open to healing openly, and understand this, queens, no matter where you are on your journey of healing, I think whether you choose to be transparent or you choose to be quiet and silent, that's fine. However you choose to heal, but understand this. Imagine you having a rope around your waist, and there's another young girl that's behind you, that's getting ready to take that journey in which God brought you through. You struggle, you fought tooth and nail to get through, to heal, that's waiting to be pulled out of the mess that she's in, and she don't know where to begin. She don't know where to put her nails into something to grip and grasp on to save herself. You very well could be holding that rope, and your waist is strong enough, queens. Your waist is strong enough to pull that sister forward with you. So, I said tonight we're gonna talk about it. And it's amazing when God started. I got chills, Jesus. It's amazing when we start to unpack things and we talk about things that we think we're going to talk about, and then your whole agenda changes without warning, right? You showed up, but God said, all I need you to do, little girl, little boy, is show up. I'll do the rest. And so, yeah, I'm loving that. But Worthy Brown Girl Networks is that deal. As she said, it's a place for you to find yourself the opportunity to heal with other people that are growing and looking for that support and that love and that encouragement, healing from trauma, right? I'm a childhood survivor for many different reasons. There's a lot of titles that I've learned through counseling and therapy sessions, because there's nothing wrong with that. Let me be clear. When you need that, get it. Don't let nobody tell you that you're stupid or you're crazy or we don't do that. No, you don't do that. I want to heal. Shout out to Kyra and Vaughn. Kyra Montgomery, we affectionately know her as Kyra B, has an amazing song, I Want to Live. Whew, I just got chills talking about it. Amazing. I can't wait till she put that thing on CD or whatever that's gonna look like. When I tell you, if y'all could just hear the song, amazing, 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 amazing. And the words behind it is empowering, powerful. So when we talk about healing, ladies and gentlemen, it's been something that's been in my spirit. I've been wanting to work on for quite a while, and I want to have a safe space conference for women. Okay, men, y'all need to heal too, but I am not the one to lead y'all. I need to lead who I can relate to first, and then I can bring forth those that can catapult y'all into where y'all need to be. Because healing doesn't have a gender requirement. Whether you a man, a woman, a boy, or girl, we all need healing in some fashion or form. Whether it's emotionally, spiritually, mentally, we all need healing from something. You could say, "Oh, I'm fine." And if we be like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." And you're not okay. You just got through bawling your eyes out, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You weren't cutting up onions. You weren't. You were doing some other things trying to find yourself. You know, um, Last week I did a lot of reflecting on my top of the morning show. If you want to go back and trying to check out, I did a lot of different pieces, gratitude and all those different things. But when you find yourself missing something important, when you can't reach within, when you take off the hats and the hair and the clothes, right, the makeup, whatever else you got on that's not really there, that's not really yours, or it's yours but you bought it, and that's fine because I bought my wigs. Okay, I bought my contacts, I bought my lipstick, right? Whatever it is, when you get butt ass naked, I mean butt ass naked in the spirit, okay, that's when you find yourself. All right, we tend to put on that mask and we walk through life. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. And when you're not, who are you telling that to? Like, who needs to believe that more than you? Who? I want to know. And when I set out tonight to talk about, let's talk about it, this isn't where I was going. I was getting ready to unpack the riverboat brawl because that was a hot ass chili pepper mess. Okay. That was a hot ass mess. And what they say, I love the little saying, and now some of y'all gonna tune off, and that's okay. This is not a holier than thou podcast. This is that for real, transparent show where we talk about it. We living in reality. Like, it's bullshit we see every day. But some of y'all want to act like with the rose-colored glasses on, like you don't see it. You think if you do this, right, with your little rose-colored glasses, that you'll say, I don't see what you guys see. Bullshit. I call bullshit. You see it. You see it just like I see it. And it gets crazier and it gets crazier because we deal with so much. We unpack so much. But at the end of the day, for those of you that may be empathic, right? Like, I learned a long time ago from a sister in Christ to me, a friend, uh Tamika. She taught me, and Meek Monk. We affectionately call her Meek Monk. So we don't get it twisted. I know several Tamikas, and I don't want to get it mixed up, or I don't want you to reference the wrong one. But she taught me that I was an empath. When she said it, I'm like, what is that? She was like, look it up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. When you realize what it is, you'll recognize it, and then let's talk about it. And so I was just like, what is that? What is that? I'm not an empath. I'm not. And I realized that's who I am. And then I realized as a child, I didn't know why I felt the way I felt growing up. I didn't know why I carried people's issues and the burdens. I'm like, that's your mess. Why do I care? Right? I used to be like, God, why do I care? I don't want to care. That was my thought, right? That was my prayer. Like, I don't want to care, but that's who I am, right? And so I use my platform for all kind of things. I love to highlight and showcase people's goals and their dreams, their businesses, their gifts. I love to shoot the breeze. I love to just talk about things, life, because we're lifing, right? We are living and we are lifing, whether we like it or not. You may not like what you are dealing with. I'm sorry, I gotta take that off the screen. Let me see. Oh, okay. I'm trying to take that off, and they really wanna keep dropping those messages. I'm like, now, oh my God, every time I clear it, it's another one. Like, hello, but they don't know I'm hello. What? Okay, let me stop. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, I'm gonna stop swiping it because they just keep dropping it. I love people, but I can't text you right now. So I think about the people that follow my podcast or check me out. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm realizing that I have a lot of people that watch from different platforms. Salute to you all. I can only really see the analytics from Spotify. I don't really know how to tap into the other ones, but shout out to all the Nora said, I want to be a part of it when you get it together. Salute. Please copy when you're able. I'll set a time. Nora, I don't know if you're still there, Queen. Thank you. I am going to reach out to you. I can't wait to bring Nora on this show, y'all. Y'all don't even know. Y'all not ready. Show y'all some of her clips. She's amazing. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I remember one day, Nora, you don't even know this. I'm digressing, y'all. I'm tabling what I was just talking about, but I will get back to it. I have to give flowers when they are necessary and put those plants out there when they're needed. And so one day I was on social media sitting at the table in my living room, and my hair was like going to the west, to the east, to the south, north. It was all over the place, right? And so Nora was on her live and she was talking about, I want to say it was something about dating someone. Um, and it caught my attention. And I stayed on her page. And then she was like, is there anybody that want to go live? I'm here until the end. Don't get me pumped, Nora. Ah, girl, I get emotional, but I'm just telling how I was stalking you, but like following your page and how I actually really fell into following you and learning. Like I didn't even know you were doing skits and stuff at that time. But Nora was on her page and she was talking about dating and like the different things and how you can date people and they could totally be not what you expect and things like that. And I'm like, dang. So she got a little bit more deeper and she was like, anybody want to join the live? And so I was sitting at the table eating, and like I said, my hair was looking crazy. I had her pull it in the back because she was like, anybody want to join the live with me? And so people wanted to get on, and she was talking to people, and I got on with her. And when I hung up and got off, I was so pumped. I felt so motivated and encouraged. And so I continued to follow her, discovered that she's an amazing actress, does a lot of skits through Instagram. She's Instagram famous, y'all. But follow her if you don't, Nora Potts, okay? Potts, Nora, Nora, just in case you don't know for that. But yeah, I had to say that. I had to say that when people imprint upon you, it's important that you let them know. We see people on social media all the time. You'll never meet some of the people you see. Some people are kind enough to engage with you and say something to you, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what's up. They're down to earth. And I don't think when you don't get a response that it's like, oh, they stuck up or something. I don't think that is just sometimes people have such a high following volume that they don't recognize it. Like your all your messages and they can't get to them all the time. But when they do, you're like, okay. And so Nora just really imprinted upon me, and I really enjoy whenever I get the chance to catch her and just to say, hey, drop a message to her if she could tap in like she is for a moment now. I'm geeked up about that because you just never know. You meet amazing people through social media. Some you will never ever meet in person. Like I'll tell you another queen that I reached out to and just is amazing, imprinted upon me, Ashunta Sharif Kendricks. She is an amazing celebrity makeup artist, has her own makeup line. I'll be rocking her lipsticks, her lip creams, her magnetic lashes. I love it. Um, she blessed me with 2 interviews. One when I first started, y'all, she gave me a yes, right? I'm not syndicated yet. I'm not syndicated yet. And so when I reached out to her, it was just me leaping on faith, right? And so when she said yes, I was like, oh my God. Like, so she gave me her time. And I remember her husband wasn't feeling that well. And this was about almost 2 years ago. And she still took time out of her Saturday morning to interview with me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hurry. She said, no, I'm gonna give you the time that you need. She's like, I'm still take care of my husband because I'm his wife and that's what I do. And so she was just amazing. And I stayed in touch with her and her makeup line. I use her products. I love her products. I just ran out of my foundation. Woo, honey, when I felt naked, I just ran out. I used the last of it today. And so I gotta get some more. I got my lashes and just she just gets me together. But we interviewed, and the last time I was interviewing her, she was on my show. We talked about her doing the makeup show, which is a big deal. And so it was in Chicago, and my husband and I were talking about going to Chicago anyway and taking our son. And so she said, I'm gonna be there this weekend. I said, we may be coming. She said, you need to pop up, you need to come through. She was like, get a media pass and come out to the show. And let me tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, when I say I'm gonna do something, I do my best to do it. And so I felt motivated. I did exactly what she said. I bought a ticket, not realizing I really was gonna get a media pass approved. So I bought a ticket, never used it. And that's okay because I sold a seat into, the makeup show. That's awesome. But it was priceless. I got in there. It was a huge event. I actually engaged with people. I met some amazing folks. Um, just amazing. And so it was like walking through, not knowing exactly where she was in that venue and not wanting to bother her, but figuring in my heart that I would find her. Didn't know exactly where. It was so huge, the place. And so right when I was looking, I got me something to eat and I was walking around in this one area and I just walked right to her and I was just like, I could have cried because I was just like, wow. So in person, I got to meet her and her energy was to the 10th power more than it is when I communicate with her. So I said all that to say, when you communicate and network with people on social media, you never know who you're going to meet in person. So when you get the opportunity to talk to people, you treat them with kindness. And I would hope that the same is returned to you. Um, just always put goodness into the atmosphere. That's what I can always say to people. Always pour goodness into the atmosphere. Hey, sis, and everyone else. Hey, my sister Robin. What's up? She did some amazing work for me. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. I ain't gonna really do this like this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I got this amazing mouse pad, TT from the D. I'm gonna show y'all on Instagram World in a minute. This is over there, right? Can y'all see that? Yes. So I'm gonna show y'all this, right? Robin, drop the name of your business in my comments. So I have an amazing tumbler, and y'all ain't ready. I have some customized dominoes, some TT from the D customized dominoes, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna be showing those to y'all soon. Just amazing. When we network in politics, you never know who you are going to work with. I know some pretty amazing entrepreneurs. Shout out to Princess. Shout out to Mike Lynch. They're getting ready to have two amazing fashion shows this week, y'all. I really, really was supposed to be sharing that on here. I will share it. I did share it on my Facebook page. I'm going to share it tonight on my Instagram. I'm going to be hosting the white party fashion show for the red carpet portion on Saturday at the stadium. That's I don't know it off the hand. I want to say it's in Mount Clemens, but don't quote me right now. I will be posting that. But Mike Lynch is also doing a amazing fashion show with children, some of the top fashion models, also with adults. We got the kid portion, the adults portion. Mike Lynch is always doing some amazing things. Ron said, yes, Mike Lynch. Yes, yes, yes. Robin's company is Lil Bits Love LLC. That's LILBITS Love LLC. She is the young lady who did my mouse pad, my customized mouse pad. Let me show y'all over here again on Instagram. Detail work over here in Facebook and YouTube and all the other Twitters and all that. That's my mouse pad. And so I have some dope TT from the D dominoes that were custom made. And so people, shout out to a couple of y'all who have been reaching out asking me how you can support my brand, TT from the D podcast. Like wanting to, I'm gonna let my mic down so you can see it, but my logo was done by Kayla Godby. She did my logo for me. Shout out to Intense Color Studios, who did the print work for me on the shirt. She also did my retractable pull-up photo. And shout out to the people who got my look together, my stylist, Lola George, my makeup artist who always beats my face to the gods, Honey Child, Toy Divine. Shout out to the people who did the photo shoot behind me. That is Q11. But my recent photo shoot, the amazing photos you guys have been seeing through social media, I have so many to share. Ernest, oh God, Ernest says, I want to say his last name right, Sisson. But I tag him. Amazing work. I work with some amazing people. And so they help get me together. Who you see, who you relate to Yeah, like I am grateful. I love people with the hats. Okay. I'm going to be bringing people on that do these hats, right? I love my hats. It's one of my little signature looks. Thanks to Lola George, I'll be rocking them. But just with all we do in life, as I said, I started late tonight. Normally I'm 8 o'clock. I go in, I try to stick honest to the hour because I know y'all got things to do. I'll be having things to do, but life has been happening. Life is lifing us, right? We're living it. And so although I wanted to unpack the riverfront brawl in Montgomery, I was like, what kind of hot, shitty mess was that we witnessed? There are so many memes. The internet stays undefeated when stuff, people have went into the studio making songs, just all kind of stuff. Some people are making ignorant comments, not really watching the whole thing to find out what really happened. But what I can tell you is that some people fucked around and found out. They was fucking around and they found out, right? I thank God for the people that intervened. Now, some of it went too far. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, y'all have seen a million videos out there, but everybody who actually jumped in with good intentions to say, hey, we're not going to watch one person get mutilated and beat down to a pulp or perhaps accidentally lose their life, right? From we could say a misunderstanding, or we could say from ignorance, whatever sparked the initial engagement from that gentleman who attacked that dock worker. Yeah, he fucked around and found out. And then, everybody wanted to do what they were doing. And I'm like, listen, if I was there and I saw that shit, I being who I am, I think I would have went and tried to engage as well to make sure that this man wasn't getting stumped out. Like, how you gonna have all these people try? No, sir, ma'am, not in today's time. And it don't matter that he was black or white. I think that if it was I would hope that if you were somewhere and you saw someone getting jumped upon, unless they, you don't really know what happens. Like, they could have been catching somebody from committing a crime. We don't really know. But what you can do is call 911 while you proceeding to try to just make sure that great bodily harm doesn't manifest. Think about if that was your father, or if that was your brother, if that was your grandfather, if that was your uncle, if that was your cousin, hell, if that's your friend, you wouldn't want to see that happen. So, when we choose to engage in ignorance, shit happens, right? I just am grateful that no one lost their lives. Now, some folks got arrested, rightfully so, because some of that shit was out cold. Like, oh, and y'all know I'm not gonna even, yeah, y'all seen the videos. I ain't gotta recap that, but I was just saying, like, how we have roamed into a time in life where, if you think back, it probably gave some people the feeling of, was this an open public potential lynching, right? And some people might say, oh, you're going too far with that. I don't know what it could have turned into. But when and you're learning all the things behind it, you're like, damn. But thank God for video cameras in this instance, where people really, really had all angles on deck. And so Robin says it wasn't a black or white thing. It was one-on-one. If it was one-on-one, it wouldn't have escalated. When they jumped him, that's when the problem came in. I agree. I'm gonna leave that posted for a minute. It wasn't. And again, I say it don't matter the color. If it had been a white man getting pummeled by a bunch of black people, wouldn't somebody jump in to help? Right? When they jump in to help, like, what the hell? A person, how about a human life? Like, just respect life. How about that? How about every day we leave our homes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Every day we leave our home, you got every intention to return. Your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your cousin, whomever you live with, reside with, when you walk out and you say, have a good day, or whatever that looks like, you're intending to go home. You're not intended for some shit to happen and you end up in jail or end up 6 feet deep or in a hospital intensive care. There's so much that's happening. And it's not a black thing or white thing. You're right, Robin. It's not. Just a couple of weeks ago, right here in the D, it broke my heart to know that there was a 13-year-old Roman minding his own business, wearing his necklace that he or his parent bought him, or a friend, whoever. His gym shoes that hard-earned money he bought. Some group of kids, from his own culture, okay, decided they wanted to think it was cute to jump this young boy, put him in a damn coma, take him, and then be on social media bragging. Like, what? I'm like, okay, see, that's that bullshit. But they gonna fuck around and find out too. They gonna keep on fucking around and find out too. Cause that's the saying, right? You keep on fucking around, you gonna find out. And I know some of y'all is like, oh my God. Y'all already know this is a very transparent podcast show. Okay. And so my demographics is normally 18 and up, right? So, and kids, I mean, my show is not for kids. However, sometimes it is, and I let you know when it is, but this ain't one of them. And so I said, we're going to talk about it. Did I tell you exactly what we was going to talk about tonight? No, I did not. So we're talking about everything, right? We're lifing, we're living life, and life is happening, whether we like it or not. Okay, we see things on social media that crack us up. We see things on social media that'll make you grip your pearls if you're wearing some. We see some on social media that'll be like, oh snap, right? It just is what it is. Robin said these kids are fearless. They are. They're disrespectful. Some, not all. Not all. And it's not always, some people like, well, the parents, no, sir, ma'am, no. You cannot, hey sis, hey ma'am. You can't always blame it on the parents, because you can very well raise your children to know right from wrong. They could be fearful of you, like my mom go lay me out, stretch me out. My dad ain't for no games. And they could go on these streets and be dumb, make poor ass decisions. Peer pressure is realer than you know. Some of y'all know what that looks like. Some of y'all act like you forgot, but your children will remind you every day that they have to deal with it. On social media, in school, at work, in the neighborhood, in a organizations, at the damn park. Look at the kid that went to the park, minding their own business. They have an altercation. One little monkey walk on home and get some motherfucking acid, come back and throw it on the kid. I'm like, where you get acid from? Like, did you buy that at the party store? Did you get that from the dollar store? Where did you get some acid from? And what made you premeditate that and go home, grab the acid, go back to the park and throw it on the child? Okay. Or you're in school and you're mad and now you took a knife to school and you decide you want to stab somebody because you got an attitude. Okay, so what happens after you stab somebody and your attitude has calmed down? Now your attitude turned into not gratitude, because you ain't about to be grateful for getting the clink. You're not about to be grateful for the blank. You about to put on 2 bracelets. Let me show you. Yeah, y'all gonna get 2, and this ain't Wonder Woman. For those of you that know who Wonder Woman is, this is not a Wonder Woman moment, but your ass about to get 2 twin bracelets and activate them on your own merit because you ignorant, right? Y'all better learn how to deal with your attitude problems. If you got anger management, y'all know your kids. If they give you problems, they're going to get the streets problems. And let me tell you, some folks ain't going to deal with your kid. Some folks ain't equipped to learn how to say, you know what, I'm going to walk away or talk to a child. They'll lay your child down in the street. Y'all have seen all these young people out there. Some get murdered in the street like a dog. That is, I ain't justifying that. That shit ain't right. That's wrong. It's 2 left shoes. However, we got to teach our children, right? Shut that damn mouth. It's power in the tongue. Be quiet. Shut it up. Gather them. Okay. Some of y'all afraid of your own damn kids. Right. I used to crack up as a teenager watching Maury. I'll be like, let me try that shit at home. My mama gonna knock my teeth all the way out. I'll be wearing partials as a kid. My mom was for no games. She feisty now. She thinks she still got it. She be having them David Ruffin moments. But anyway, on a serious note, we really have to stop blaming the parents for everything. Some parents, y'all, come on, y'all know what it is. And you like, well, my child wouldn't do that. Okay, let's be clear. Please, we can teach our children, but can you really, really say, your kid won't do this, won't do that? You can say, I don't think so, right? Like they know better. Hell yeah, you can say that. But can you say that wouldn't, what? And then they got your child on camera. Then what you gonna say? Well, somebody must have, so where's the accountability? And that goes back to what I have said in several different podcast episodes. We have the fingers. We got 5 fingers, right? Not for 5-finger discount shopping. No. When we got the 5 fingers and we can do this, like, listen, even if you be like, you better. Ain't it one finger that don't allow you to put the blame on somebody? It's that damn thumb. That thumb is bent. And God made that thumb so you can say, listen. Sometimes you got to have a self-check. You see how that is, y'all? That thumb like, girl, right? I have to do like that. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, for real. Robin said, I tell my daughter that, shut up. Right, shut it up, right? I feel you. Yeah. Snatch them. I'm believing in snatching kids. I'll snatch a kid in a minute. I'll snatch them. So Robin said, these kids are completely different when they are not around their usual adults. Absolutely. Absolutely. True Royalty Boutiques. Hey, True Royalty. Shout out to True Royalty. True Royalty is doing her thing as well. Oh my God. Another True Royalty. I got to have y'all come on my podcast. I got to bring y'all on because y'all doing the damn thing. She just recently got her business trademarked. I hosted the Summer Explosion pop-up shop about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And every time I host a show and she's a part of that, she's elevating. So shout out to you, Queen. Shout out to you. But yeah, when we don't really know, you know what I'm saying? It's like we need to openly talk about stuff, right? And have a safe space, right? One thing I can't stand is when we having dialogue and we talking, everybody has the right to voice their opinion. But what gets me as the guy, I love this guy to be on social media. He said, what behooves me is, but it's like what really gets my gander is when we act like we don't see what we see, right? Or we make excuses. I was just telling my mother something about one of our relatives, and my mother was ready to defend him. No, I don't think so. No, I said, okay, stop. I said, see, that's the problem. What I'm telling you is truth. It's facts. It's not speculation. It's not assumption. It's not a hypothesis. It's fact. So when we have facts, we can support what we're saying. We can go to the carpet. We can go to the microphone and say, sir, madam, I'm going to take the podium at this time and exhibit A, B, C, D, and blah, blah, blah. We go on and on and on, right? We can go on and do that. But a lot of times we just want to run on and we don't really want to say the truth because the truth hurts. Well, as the elders would say, keep on living. You just keep on living and you're going to recognize and understand that truth hurts sometimes, but it's necessary for growth. And when we can understand when there's an error made, because we're not perfect, we're going to make errors. Teach your children that it's okay to make mistakes. You need to make mistakes so you can learn from the error. And then the error, you need to know why it was an error. What went wrong? Okay, now provide them the necessary tools to say, okay, they're thinking for themselves, right? So if this went wrong, what could you have done differently? However you word that. I'm not telling you how to word things, but however you choose to word things, you are having that dialogue with them. Because if you don't have that dialogue, a different type of dialogue will be had with your child, whether it's their memorandum being read to them by the boys or girls in blue, or if it's a judge before they put the gavel down, they're going to get dialogue. You want to give them that tangible dialogue that's going to help them make necessary decisions along this thing called life journey. Because while we're here, we don't know how long we're going to be here. I just attended one of my cousin's funerals the other day. Young, right? Younger than me. I'm 47. But it wasn't a tragic death. It was a sad passing, but it was due to health issues. And that was one thing in my mind I was grateful for. Like, my cousin is being laid to rest for health challenges, not because of ignorance out in these streets. He wasn't that type of man. He was a good person. And I can say that. It wasn't one of those, because let me be clear. If I had an ignorant cousin or I got an ignorant friend and they was about that life, hey, I ain't got much to say. We know what it is, right? We choose what we choose and we do what we do. And we love people for where they are and what they have, their capacity level. We don't judge them. Some people do, right? But we love them right where they are. You thugging, that's what's up. If I know you in that life, I'm going to still love you. I'm going to meet you where you are. But let me be clear. I ain't riding with you. I'm riding my own shit and driving my own car. Because I don't know who looking for you, right? I love you and I'm going to keep on praying. But I don't know who's looking for you. I ain't about to be riding in the car with you. And you ain't riding in my car with me. Ain't nobody going to see it. And you ain't borrowing my car. Because they going to see you in my shit and then decide, oh, there they go. No, player pimp. No. But I'm going to love on you, right? And you can say, well, what if you out with them? Okay, well, hey, I'm out with people I don't know. And I could just be in the wrong place at the wrong time like everybody else. But what I'm saying, I said all that to say, we have to make conscious decisions and choices. As young adults, seasoned adults, we are making conscious choices every single day. Well, some of us are making dumbass decisions, like the folks that was on that dock the other day. Y'all was out there, y'all was fucking around and y'all found out. Mhm. Yeah. And that was the one time we had unity. We had unity. Like, yo, wait a minute. Mm-mm. Shout out to the 16-year-old who swam. I said, did he get thrown in the water? And when I realized he said, I just wanted to spring into action to help diffuse the situation. That took a lot because he just said, I'm sacrificing myself and going in there, but thank God he could swim. Now, see, somebody like me, yeah, I would have been over there trying to find a raft so I can help. I ain't jumping in that water because the current could take me down. Then nobody see me in there. I'm struggling, going under. Nobody even know I'm in the water. Then 19 fights took place, and they'd be like, the people on the boat start counting, like, we had X amount. Did anybody see? And then you got to realize who's on the manifest. Okay, got the names of the phone. Y'all know how that could have been. I'm saying all that to make light of the situation, but it's not. It's not funny, hee hee ha ha. But the memes y'all got going on out there in social media world, y'all is doing the most. Y'all got me. When I tell you, I've been laughing all day from some of the videos and the songs, and just I said, y'all, internet is undefeated. It just lets you know how many creative people we have. But anyway, on another note, as I said, because I'm gonna get off of here, I only wanted to be on here the hour that I owe y'all, because we go 8 to 9 Monday through, I mean Tuesday for Tap In Tuesday, 8 to 9. Because life was life in me, and I was living life today. I had to take care of my mom. And so look out for my mother, do some things for her. And I took precedence over my podcast. Because the beautiful thing about podcasting, you can come and do this whenever. And whether I got one person looking or I have no people looking, I'm going to do my job. Right. And so I also wanted to let y'all know some things that's upcoming. I'm going to be having a young lady and a young man come on soon, and they're going to be talking about their experience where they went over to Africa. I want to talk about how they were treated differently, if they were. Now, it's my assumption that the man might have had a different experience than the woman and vice versa. So we're going to talk about that. Just the opportunity to talk with someone who actually been over to Africa and was over there, and why they went over there, and what they saw, how they were treated, would they go back, just all these great things. So that's going to be coming up in the very near future. I'm also going to have the author's corner. I'm going to have a few new authors and some returning authors coming back. Some people are on their third book, second book, chapters, things like that. I'll be having those folks join us. I'll have some people who have children books out here, because as we're getting closer to Christmas, it's coming. I know we're in August. You like, TT, you are so ahead of the game. Yes. Think ahead. So I'm thinking about all those things. These are great stocking stuffers, right? A great book is a great read. Think about it. When you're on the airplane, or you and took a staycation, a vacation, a plane ride, boat ride, train ride, and you chilling, a self-care day, whatever that looks like. You love a good book. A lot of amazing authors have passed through TT from the D podcast, and I'm going to have a few returning authors coming out. Shout out to Melanie. She'll be back. My Broken Smiles, her hit book. But also shout out to Dr. Laura. She has a new book out too. She's been on. Shout out to Darnisha. She's been on. She has her book. A couple of other authors that are fairly new to me. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but they've been on my show. They'll be returning. Again, I have some other authors that are new that's getting ready to bless my podcast show. That's coming up. What I'm really getting ready to do, and I want you to brace yourself. Some of y'all gonna take a hiatus while I do this, because some of y'all really are not into scriptures, and I still love y'all. I don't care if you are great. If you're not, hey, I'll see you when I'm done. But I'm getting ready to do another 30-day scripture challenge, and so that's 30 days, ladies and gentlemen. On the top of the morning show, I'm going to be doing the live, through my top of the morning show, which you can hear on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker Podcasts. There's several other ones, and I'm working on a few others to launch. I'm excited about that. And so I'll be going there. You'll be able, for the month of September, that's all I'll be talking about is the scriptures. I'm doing a 30-day challenge with the scriptures. I'm also adding on to the, I love a good glass of wine or my favorite libation. I will not be partaking in any wine. Not that that's your business or you care. It's just something that I'm doing. I'm doing 30 days of straight up, Lord, what you want me to talk about to the people. And that's going to be Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. for sure. But because it's a 30-day, you're going to get 7 days a week. I got to give you all 30. So you're going to hear a scripture Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. on the Top of the Morning Show with the TT from the D podcast. And then here for Tap In Tuesdays, y'all know I do a live stream Tap In Tuesdays. I may be having some pastors come through or ministers come through or other believers like myself that might want to share scripture and we can unpack it. Whatever that's going to look like, I ain't quite sure. I'm still in obedient mode. It's only August 8th. And so I have about what? 23 more days, I think, to really get it together. And so I just want to prep y'all. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to be happening in September. So I have about 3 more shows, I believe, for the month of August. I'm trying to get my authors together. I'm trying to, I want to bring forth, and I think it will be next week that I will bring forth the young lady and the young man. And I can tell you that it's Nicholas Buckingham. He went over to Africa. He'll be on the show, and I'm also going to bring Joy from my church. She went over to Africa as well, Faith of Citadel. So formerly Citadel of Faith Covenant Church, she went over to Africa as well. And so we are definitely going to unpack what that experience was like. Will you also place them on your Facebook? Absolutely. Yes, I will, Nora. Yay. Look at y'all. Look, I left her up there. Y'all need, okay, so for those of you that's on Facebook, follow Nora Tessa Potts. Amazing. I appreciate you. Yes, I will. I will have those scriptures on Facebook. So all 30 of them as I stream live on my Top of the Morning show that's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify. I said that. What's my other one? Anchor.fm. Can't forget them. They were my very first platform. So I'll have them over there, Nora. Yes, to answer that question, I'll be dropping those scriptures. There'll be 30 of them. I don't know what they're going to be, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's whatever the Lord puts in my spirit. He's been talking to me. And I'm in obedience. For those of you who have followed me since I've been podcasting, from time to time, God puts it in my spirit and he'll say, hey, you're going to do a 30-day challenge. And let me tell you, it's about obedience. I can share this because we're talking about, let's talk about it. I've been known to be hard-headed when the Lord had told me to do some things. And the way he gathers me up is different. I've finally arrived at 47 years old. I finally arrived in a place where I don't want to be hard-headed when he asks me to do something. When he asks me to tell somebody I know and love or care for, I might not even know that well. When he asks me to say something, I'm like, I'm not, because you'll be looking like, that ain't my business. I ain't like, yeah. So, but I be knowing it's the Lord. And I'm like, oh my God, like I don't, or I'll say, I don't even know that. And when I stepped on faith and done it and realized or been asked, how did you know? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't. I didn't. I have to give all of that to him. Again, I'm a believer, I'm not here to wrestle with you about your faith walk or your journey at all. Wherever you are on your journey walk, that's amazing. And God loves you. Even if you don't know who he is, he knows who you are. He made you. Even if you say, I don't believe it's all good, he loves you anyway. You turn your back, he loves you anyway. He loves you anyway. It's grace and mercy that's extended to us every single day, y'all. I know some of y'all think y'all doing it all on your own and you waking up because you chose to wake up, your alarm woke you up. But oh my God, let me be clear. It's been people that ain't woke up, had their alarm set. That boy went off and they didn't hear because they weren't here. So again, I'm not trying to tell you about your faith walk or your journey, where you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to get there. I'm not trying to do that. That is not what I'm going to do. I can only tell you what I know, right? I can only tell you about what I'm familiar with. And so you have the right to feel whatever you want to feel, however you want to feel it, and do whatever it is you want to do. That is your right. Okay. But I am a believer. And so for them 30 days, for those of you that have followed me for the last 3 years, as I've been podcasting for 3 years now, you can go back and see how it used to be. And it ain't nothing but God that you will see the growth. and the obedience. And when God, and I think you can attest to this yourselves. I don't need y'all to drop it in no comments. I don't need y'all to clap some thumbs up. I don't need none of that. You ain't even got to acknowledge. You ain't even got to blink. You ain't got to do anything. I know you know how good he's been to you. I know you know. I know you know when he had told you something and you didn't do it and then something happened. You're like, damn. I know you know when he had told you something, you decided to do it and you're like, oh my goodness. See, I know you know. Whether you say it out loud or you don't, it's all good. It don't even matter who you're fronting for. When you hit the dirt and hit the ground and hit on that table and the cold table when they tag that toe, you ain't gonna have no conversation with me. You ain't got to say nothing to TT. Who is I? Who am I? I am me, and me is she, and she is I. That don't make no sense. I just said it because it sounds cute to myself. But anyway, y'all know what I mean, right? Y'all know what I mean. I add a little humor in there because I know I can get deep sometimes with some things, and some of y'all be like, "Oh my God, TT, you be going too deep sometimes." Whatever. This is a very transparent podcast show, and we talk about all kind of things, right? And so we're uplifting, encouraging, and motivating one another. That's what we're supposed to do. We got enough negativity in the world. We don't need more. So I'm always about highlighting people's goals, their gifts. If you looking for support, like let it be known, right? Artists. I just had an artist on last week as a favor to Rocky. Shout out to Rocky Harris, who's an amazing triple threat, right? Has an amazing podcast show, Rocky's Reality. She's an amazing publicist, just amazing. She introduced me to Damon Fletcher, had him on the show last weekend, and I'm gonna play. Let me play his song. It's called 24. I did ask him, and I told him from time to time that you know, I would play some of his music or whatever as other artists. Y'all know I do. I have my husband, Swifty McVeigh, in rotation. Evrod, shout out to Evrod, shout out to Beth. Shout out also to Hope Rainey, another amazing artist. Shout out to Kima from Total. But I think I was gonna play 24, but I think I'm going to play Elevate. I got a video. So for those of you that are not on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or any of the other platforms, you won't see it. If you are on Instagram, you won't see it, but you can hear it because I'm cheating by going from my phone. Instagram, for whatever their reasons are, does not allow StreamYard to put them in. And I'm like, it's another platform, but whatever. We find ways to do what we want to get done, don't we? So anyway, I'm going to play this because I feel like I want to. We're actually rounding ourselves up to close out very soon. We got about 8 more minutes. So I'm going to play this song called Elevate. It's also a video, I believe, by Damon Fletcher. I think it's very high energy, and I think that you can appreciate it. So for those of you that are going to be listening over there on Instagram, I love y'all. I hope that you enjoy the song. His name is Damon Fletcher. And for those of you that are over here and you can see it, you're going to enjoy this. Once again, this is called Elevate.
Yeah, catch me if you can. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to give up on the good and go for the great. That's how you elevate.
Elevate, elevate, elevate.
Y'all ready for this one?
Elevate, elevate, elevate.
Come on, y'all. Let's get this working.
Catch me if you can, ain't no capping, we in the air. Elevated up like an elevator, no steps. I don't run in place. I just run up, elevate.
Speeding at fast pace, like every day. I'm in DCA, getting buzzed, Detroit to LA. I'm international, peace up, out to the A. Be what you want, don't wait around, it's a long day. Only going up, keep them hands up. Life been looking up, really feel the love. If you feel the same, you gon' get a lot of change. So get up, make it happen.
Catch me if you can, ain't no capping, we in the air. Elevated up like an elevator, no steps. I don't run in place. I just run up, elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in, don't you waste a day. Yeah, elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in. 777, try your luck,
Ay, I just made a play, I hit up saying it's done.
On the strip, we flew in private with all my day ones. All I know is elevate.
Yeah, elevate. elevated, I'm on upper levels. I wake up, I'm seeing millions. Look me up, you seeing several. Everybody claim a boss, but they tax really tell it. I've been grateful from the start. Every day I'm getting blessed.
Catch me if you can, ain't no capping, we in the air. Elevated up like an elevator, no set. I don't run the test. I just run up elevate.
Get it in, air it out. Flying in, we don't know we flying out. All I know is that we really up now.
Every day look like a movie. Catch me if you can, ain't no capping, we in the air. Elevated up like an elevator, no set. I don't run the test. I just run up elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in, don't you waste a day. Yeah, elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in. Yeah, catch me if you can, ain't no capping, we in the air. Elevated up like an elevator, no set. I don't run the test. I just run up elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in, don't you waste a day. Yeah, elevate, elevate, elevate. Get up and get it in.
That was dope. I like that song. I don't know if y'all liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the video. It's hype. And so we got about 4 more minutes, y'all. I'm gonna pick another song. I think I'm going to pick probably Untied. This is a new single by Hope Rainey, a new artist on the making. TT from the Deep podcast show. She's worked with some amazing artists, including Beth. So this is Hope Rainey, and this is Untied.
I'm just complicated. They drive me crazy half the time, but when I get frustrated, I can see it's in my mind, but I don't like feeling tight and knotted up all inside. I see darkness and I see light. I just want to be untied. Maybe one day I'ma be better. One day I'ma be better. I've been tangled up for forever. I just want to be untied. I'm intertwined, I cannot find the way to go, the way to go. No, I don't know why I keep doing this back and forth, this back and forth. Cause I don't like feeling tight, and knotted up all inside. I see darkness and I see light. I just want to feel untied. Maybe one day I'ma be better. One day I'ma be better. I've been tangled up for forever. I just want to be untied. I'm intertwined, I cannot find the way to go, the way to go. I don't know why I keep doing this back and forth, this back and forth. I want to make it through. I wanna be untied. I want to make it through. Just show me how to try. I want to make it through. I wanna be untied. I wanna be untied. Show me how to try. Maybe one day I'll be better. One day I'll be better. I've been tangled up for forever. Be untied. Maybe one day I'ma be better. One day I'ma be better. I've been tangled up for forever. Be untied. Wish I could smile more. I worry what's in store. Right now I'm just not sure. Right now I'm insecure. I wanna clear these thoughts 'cause cause I feel it war. I wanna shut things out, leave them at the door. I know that I can't stop, I can't quit. And sometimes I just don't understand shit. But it's my life and I decide what I get. If you walk in my shoes, please untie my laces.
That was Hope Rainey. And we're going to close out the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with Kima from Total. Y'all know Kima from Total. Her song and her video is called Love Me Back. It's amazing. Shout out to all the artists, music who I'm playing tonight on my way out, shutting out, be tap in Tuesday. Damon Fletcher, Hope Rainey, and Kima from Total. Definitely loving their music, their sound. And as I said earlier, tonight we just kind of unpack some things. You know, I initially had one thing I was going to talk about. We was going to do this, but God has a way of doing things. I just want to leave you with knowing that whenever you are encouraged and you decide that you want to do something, just do it. Don't wait for someone to validate you. You don't need people to validate you. I don't need y'all to validate me. You don't need me to validate you. The only person you need to validate you really is the one that gives you life, the one that decides to stop and blow the breath of life into the roof of your home so it can circulate and wake up everybody under that roof, including you. So whatever goals, dreams, whatever ambition you have that's inside, and you're like, you know what, I just don't know if I can do it. Well, damn it, if you don't try, you'll never know. Okay? You don't know unless you try. You can't sit back and be on the woulda, shoulda, wish I woulda couch unless you really decide that that's where you want to be. Robin said, yes, keep pushing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't give up on your goals and dreams. Understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. And here's another one. Inventions, they take trial and error and 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 trial and success. You don't know how you're going to get to that great thing. You don't know how you're going to get to that next moment until you just say, damn it, I'm going to do it. Right? I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a photo shoot. Damn it. I'm going to do a photo shoot. Then I'm like, I love dressing, but I love watching people's styles. Then I'm like, okay, I need somebody to style me. And right in the midst of my circle, an amazing, beautiful, talented, gifted woman was there. And I'm like, let me ask her if she'll style me. And she was like, I got you. And it's been, whenever I got something important or I need to, I'm like, can you get me together? I got two people I can go to. That's Lola George and Toy Divine. I could definitely go to those two queens about getting me styled. And then when I need that makeup done, y'all already know. Honey Child, she the only one to beat my face because she knows the structure. She just knows. And so I'm like, I need to be honeyfied, you know? And then when it comes to hairstyles, shout out to Meet. Melanie put me up on Meet. Meet did my hair the very first time for my wedding. 11 years ago was the first time I got my hair done by Meet. And from time to time I go back, and so she gives me my signature look, which is the bob and whatever. And so whatever I need, she's like a Picasso, right? And so she gets it together. And so photos, you know, I thought Q11 was the bomb, and they are. But then shout out to Ernest. He got my last photo shoot together. And so there's amazing photographers and that I just want to work with. I want to give people opportunities, right? Because you never know. One person might see this thing go this way, and then another person sees another thing go the next way. So when you decide that you want to leap on faith and say, you know what, I'm going to build my brand, because you are your brand. You represent your brand. Like, people are asking, and I'm like, really? People like, can I buy one of your TT from the D podcast shirts? I want to represent. And I'm like, oh, okay. Right. I'm like, really? Because I'm like, for real? Like, dang, that's what's up. And so it's a brand. It's my brand. When I go out and I host an event, unless it's an event that, like, if I'm going out hosting as TT from the D, I represent my brand. If I'm going out and I'm hosting an event and it's one that it's Craig Enterprises where I'm going out and I'm representing that way, then that's what I'm doing. Still TT from the D, but you dress for the occasion. Y'all get it. If it's Black Tie Affair, I'm not coming in with this on. Y'all already know. But when I go out and about, you see me out hosting different type of events. Yeah, I'm gonna rock my TT from the D. When I host the red carpet this this Saturday at Stadium, unless I can get something made really quickly in white, I won't be rocking this. But if I can get something made in white, then I'm definitely gonna rock my TT from the D, right? And so, but if not, it's all good. I'm there to represent the fashion show. And so I'm excited about that opportunity. And so yeah, just do you. Don't worry about other people what they're doing, right? Just do you and be great at doing you. And you may not have the likes. You know how some people are like, well, don't nobody like my stuff. You know what I realized? Let me tell you something about that. You can like stuff and not hit like. Did that mean you didn't like it? No. That just means you didn't hit like. That doesn't, just because people got all these like, think about this. Let me drop this little jewel for y'all. Think about this. It'd be some tragic things we see on social media. And people hit like. They not hitting like because they like the tragedy. I don't know what makes them hit like. I'm like, you just seen somebody get killed or someone's murdered. I had to, when I started thinking, and I didn't always know this, so let me be clear. I just learned this like last year. So I try to be conscious of this. When I see something that's like, oh, because I'm an empath. So when I see things, I'm like, oh my God. I can't hit like. I'll make a comment though. I might send praying hands. I can't hit like. I don't like that. No. So I'm like, we have to be conscious, more conscious about things. We're so matter of fact about just doing what others do that sometimes we tend to not even do what we need to be doing for us because we're following the buffalo herd and we're not thinking. And then when we start to think for ourselves, we may find ourselves isolated. But let me let you in on a secret. You came into this world alone. You're going to leave this boy alone. Okay. Even if you passed away at the same time with a group of people, you going on that solo journey on your own, wherever your spirit is going. It's going to be by itself. You ain't holding hand in hand with nobody, right? Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. We ain't got nobody to tell us that you are, but I really don't think so. So I really feel that we need to learn to step into our shoes, feel those. Don't worry about filling other people's shoes. Then I think we need to get comfortable with being butt-ass naked with ourselves. Have an honest conversation with yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. Amp yourself up. Speak life into your business. Speak life into you. Somebody don't let, and here's the other thing. Don't let people talk down to you as far as talking to you like you ain't going to be, hey, let me gather you. Whatever you feel about me, you think about me, that's okay because that's your opinion. But what I'm not going to do is stand here and let you speak to me crazy and talk negatively into me. So as I turn around and walk away from you, you can continue to think and feel whatever you feel and whatever you think. That's okay because you're entitled to your thoughts. I don't agree with you about what you think about me, but that is your thoughts and that's your right. And I'm going to go that way. That comes with maturity because, we'd be like, where? No. Like, what is that for? They still going to be dumb and ignorant. Right? They still gonna view you the way they view you for whatever their reasons is, unless you gave them a reason to be looking at you like, then don't worry about her, don't worry about him, don't worry about them, worry about you. Mind your business, the business that's supposed to be trying to pay you. Mind that business. Because if you put the same energy and the same concern into you, you will find growth in your backyard. I promise you that. You will realize that you're sitting on a gold mine when you get all the folks out your way, the people you think care about what you're doing, that's concerned about. We could be like, damn, I really want to see you represent. I want to support you. Yes, we do. But yeah, when I have certain shows, depending on what I'm talking about, if it's a good title or whatever, or a topic, or I got a guest, whatever that looks like, I'll reach out like, yo, it's going to be a good show. I need y'all to tap in. And even if it's for a minute, you are going to choose and decide if you are going to stay posted. I understand that you got things to do. Life happens. I ain't mad at nobody. But if you pulled up, even if it was for 5 minutes, I appreciate them 5 minutes. If you do pull up and you don't happen to catch the show when I'm going live, that's okay. Because if you catch it later that night, later that week, later that month, hell, even that year, I'm grateful for you just saying, you know what, let me check this out. Oh, oh, that was a good show. I've had people inbox me and say, I really enjoyed this topic. I would like to see you do more on stuff like this or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So from time to time, I'll solicit and say, hey, drop me an email and tell me some topics you would love to see get unpacked on TT from the D, whether it's on the top of the morning show or if it's on the Tap In Tuesday. And from time to time, y'all know I have guests from all walks of life coming through. So I said all that to say I held y'all over 10 minutes later than I said I would. My bad. We're going to close out tonight's segment. I just had to drop them jewels, y'all. I just wanted to I want to see us win. I want to see every one of us win. And I want to say this, if I am not the Mega Million winner tonight, whoever you are in the world, if you win tonight, it was for you. I'm so happy for you. Whatever you choose to do, I hope that you do great things. I hope that people don't come for you and do bull crap and all that. I wish everybody who played the best of luck. I hope I win. But if I don't, I'm going to keep on trying. Because I saw nothing beats a failure but a try, right? And so here we go. We're going to close out tonight with, oh, good night, Robin. Good night, sis. We're going to close out tonight with Kima from the group Total, her song and her video, Love Me Back. And I will see you guys for next Tap In Tuesday. Hopefully, I'll be having Nicholas Buckingham and Joy talking about their visit and their journey to Africa. I'll see you soon.